Owning your own business is truly inspirational. The flexibility, the financial rewards, the opportunity to innovate, and the chance to impact your community are just a few of the many reasons why this lifestyle is a dream come true. But dreams could very well be nightmares in disguise. March 11th, 2020 was the day the World Health Organization categorized the novel coronavirus as a pandemic. It was the day our reality turned upside down, and no one got hit harder than small business owners. Because an entrepreneur's work is personal, failure is personal as well. On March 11th, 2020, many small business owners were forced into the new paranormal. My guest today is a Hawaii small business owner who has fortunately survived the new paranormal. Please welcome Camille Heung.
Hi.
Camille, tell me about your business.
Valia Honolulu is a women's clothing store in Chinatown, Honolulu. We have women's clothing as well as accessories and gifts. We try to support local, so a lot of our products are from local vendors or they're handmade products because we really want to support that small business with our small business.
What inspired you to get into this business?
I've actually always wanted to own a clothing boutique since middle school. Reading a bunch of magazines and getting into fashion at a really young age kind of got me into wanting to own a boutique, and then working at a boutique as I got older, and then working in retail as I got older, and then just putting it all together to finally open in 2016.
Is it your dream job?
This is definitely my dream job.
I can tell you're not too conservative, but you are very clothes-minded. What was it like for your business at the start of the pandemic?
So at around mid-March, which is when everything started to happen in Hawaii, it just got really quiet all of a sudden, really scary. And I think that people were just not sure what was going on. It was just this kind of thinking of is this coming to Hawaii? Does this affect me, or is this just everywhere else? We had to close in the beginning. We had to shut down. We actually shut down a little bit before the government mandate because it was just really slow. And I was personally really concerned about, tourists still coming in because we were still seeing tourists. We closed. I moved all the inventory to this room, and we were operating out of this room in the house.
Now, how have you been staying afloat this whole time?
We tried a number of different things. We tried to pivot a little bit in the beginning, and we started selling face masks. We wanted to do that in a way that was more to our own brand, I guess. We didn't want to do something out of the ordinary for us. So we partnered with a local wedding dress designer who was one of our friends, and she wasn't getting business as well because there were no weddings happening. Her and I partnered together to sell face masks. That, and then we're just trying to bring in more products to the store that don't involve as much getting dressed to go out, because no one's going out right now. And it's really hard when you have a clothing store and you have a lot of clothing that's geared towards, events and weddings, and you don't have any of that going on. So comfy clothes, things that make your home beautiful, things that help you relax during this time, just happy little gifts you can give to people. Those were all things that we tried to bring into the store because we felt that's what people needed in this time.
You sound so coordinated. I get frustrated when I try to organize my own wardrobe. Sometimes I feel I need hanger management. What is the scariest thing about this new paranormal?
Paying rent. Paying rent is pretty scary right now. And navigating through all of those conversations, because that's like the big number you owe every month, and it comes up really fast. Even if you own your, or you're renting your own apartment, like you feel like you put that check in and then you just sent it in and it's due again. So yeah, I would say paying rent is probably the scariest thing.
What do you call a jacket that catches on fire? A blazer. All right, I'm gonna be honest. I'm running out of jokes. I may need to go to your store to find some new material. What advice or words of hope do you have for other small business owners like yourself?
I would say, just stick to what's true to you. So like if something is really, you're really all about supporting local, like just amplify it, rather than trying to pivot and be totally different. Or just, if you're trying to do something for the community, pick something that you're already super passionate about and go with it. So, for us, we've really tried to stick to our branding no matter what way we pivot. And I think that's been really important, because at the end of the day, when all of this is over, you can't just change back. People are going to remember you for what you've done during this time or how you've handled this time. So you just got to be true to yourself no matter what during the whole time, and make things work in that way.
Ah, yes. Camille, it's time for the Nightlife round. Favorite movie?
Invictus.
Favorite guilty pleasure food?
McDonald's French fries.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how strict were your parents growing up?
3.
If you could time travel, when would you go?
1800s in Native Hawaiian Kingdom time.
What would be harder to give up? Coffee or alcohol?
Alcohol.
Favorite childhood sport?
Volleyball.
How many days do you wear the same pants in a row before it becomes a problem?
2.
What is the first thing you do when you get home from a trip?
I take a shower.
What game are you really good
at? Throwing darts.
Your best friend is kidnapped, and the only way to save them from being murdered is by reciting lyrics to a song perfectly. What song are you going to sing?
ABCs.
Very, very clever, Camille. Now, my friends, I don't want to sound preachy, but I'm going to offer moral advice in a tedious and self-righteous way. You can't buy happiness, but you can buy local, and that's kind of the same. Put your money where your heart is and support local businesses. My friends, I must ghost you for now. Until next time, goodbye.